Welcome back to Dawn's English Podcast. This episode, we're diving into something that feels increasingly challenging in our busy city lives, managing our time. Between packed schedules and unexpected events, sometimes it feels like the clock is running us.
Oh, tell me about it. After almost missing our recording a few episodes ago and then trying to sort through that digital mess on my phone, I've been thinking a lot about how disorganized things can get. It feels like I'm constantly reacting to panic instead of being prepared.
I remember that. That was quite a close call. It seems like everyone's dealing with this lately, right? Trying to fit in work, life, even just grabbing coffee with friends feels like a major planning mission because places are fully booked or the commute is a hassle.
Exactly. So, speaking of organization, you're the system builder, the planner. You were even talking about building a second brain system. I need some of that in my life, especially for time. How do you manage everything? I feel like I need a completely new approach.
Well, I definitely rely heavily on my calendar. For me, it's like the central hub. I try to put everything in there, not just meetings, but even blocks of time for specific tasks or personal things. I try to think of my calendar as not just a list of appointments, but a map of how I spend my energy and time.
A map? That sounds intense. Mine's more like a tangled spaghetti mess. Do you prioritize tasks too? How do you decide what gets done when?
Absolutely. Prioritization is key. I use tags or color coding in my digital calendar for different categories: work, podcast, personal goals, things that need focus, things that are flexible. And I try to set realistic goals for what I can actually accomplish in a day. It's not about cramming everything in, it's about identifying what truly matters.
Realistic goals. Okay, that's probably where I go wrong. I always think I have more time than I do. And then suddenly the deadline is here, or I've double booked myself. It feels overwhelming.
It's definitely a learning process. Remember when we were planning the office move? We had to split tasks and figure out who was doing what. I couldn't book the movers and get the boxes and wrap up all my writing in the morning. Trying to do everything alone is a sure way to feel overwhelmed and drop the ball.
That's true. We had to rely on each other. I guess that's a big part of time management too, especially when you're working with others. It's not just about your own schedule.
Exactly. That's actually one of the biggest lessons I've learned, especially with the podcast. In a team project, time management isn't just about perfectly controlling your hours. It's also about knowing when and how to ask for help, or being able to delegate. Don't try to be a superhero and do it all yourself. If you need help with something, like finding boxes for the office move, or if you're stuck on a task, speak up.
That makes sense. Like that time I totally forgot my wallet at the bookstore and you just bought the book for me. I felt like I owed you big time, and you just waved it off. That was you helping me out when I wasn't prepared.
See? It's those moments of connection and helping each other that make everything run smoother. If you're feeling overwhelmed with something, whether it's work or even figuring out plans with friends, don't just struggle alone. Talk to someone. Let me know if you're trying to figure out a new system, for example. We can brainstorm together.
That's a good point. I guess I always see time management as this solo mission, like I have to perfectly sort everything myself. But in reality, especially with the podcast, it's a shared responsibility. We have to coordinate, split tasks, and cover for each other sometimes.
Right? So maybe the real message isn't about having perfect control over every single minute. It's about knowing your priorities, using tools like a calendar effectively, and understanding that in a team or even just in life, it's okay and necessary to lean on others and ask for help when you need it. That frees up your time and mental energy too.
Prioritizing and asking for help. Okay, that feels a lot more manageable than trying to be perfectly organized all the time. It's small steps, right?
Exactly. Small steps towards better time and energy management. And maybe that also means sometimes accepting that things won't go exactly to plan, like a cafe being fully booked. The important thing is how you adapt and keep moving forward, maybe even with a little help.
Adaptation and asking for help. I can work with that. Thanks, Dawn. I feel a little less stressed about my messy calendar now.
Good. It's all about making life feel more manageable. What about you listeners? Do you find it hard to manage your time? How do you prioritize, and is it easy for you to ask for help? Let us know in the comments. And next episode, we'll help you clean up your digital life, music libraries, photos, and all that chaos. Stay tuned.